Okay guys, this is going to be the second time recording this video because the first time it was extremely long. It was about 20 minutes, so I'm going to try to get this video to you guys quickly. Okay, so today I'm going to be reviewing the Olight S1 Baton. Hopefully you can see it pretty well here. I'm in a different area for filming this video because there were some focus issues when I had the hardwood floors, so yeah, here's the light, and I'll give you some specs on it. The length of the overall length of this flashlight is 2.4 inches, with the head diameter being 0.83 inches. So pretty thick light, but very short. The light has three different modes, or three different brightnesses. So you have the moonlight mode, which is good for reading in the night or saving your night vision. You have low, which is 8 lumens. You have a medium, which is 80 lumens, and a high, which is 500 lumens and switches off to 300 lumens after 1.5 minutes. The way you use this light is by this side clicky button. So what you do is press 1, and it has a memory function, so it'll remember the last one you used. This one was on high. So from here you can cycle from the modes. Hold the button down and it'll continue to change, and you can stop it wherever you want. Here you have plenty of time to choose. So I want to be on medium, so let go. You can get to the moonlight function right off from the off position by holding the button down until you get the light, and that will always be in moonlight mode when you hold down from the off position. And then to turn to high from the off position, just double tap and you have 500 lumens. Run times on this: for the moonlight mode, it runs for 24 days. On the low mode, it runs for 40 hours. On the medium, it runs for 6 hours. And on the high, it runs for 1.5 minutes on 500 lumens, and then it switches off to 300 lumens, in which it runs for an hour and a half, which is pretty good. Some other functions you get on this light: from the on position, from any brightness, triple tap and you get strobe mode. And then from any brightness mode of your choice, here I'll choose low just to demonstrate for you guys. Double tap and excuse me, I have something in my throat. Double tap and you have a timer function. So I'm not quite sure which one is which, but depending on how many clicks you get or how many flickers you get, that's how many minutes it's going to be on. It indicates how many minutes it will be on, and you get two different timers. So you get 3 minutes and then 9 minutes. And to get through those functions, you just cycle through by double tapping. So one of the modes has 2 taps, or 2 flicks, and then the other mode has 3 flicks. 2 flicks, 3 flicks. So there's that. The light comes with a pocket clip. The method of carry is the pocket clip. The cool thing about this pocket clip is that you can clip it to a baseball cap, the brim of a cap or something, and you can use it as a headlamp. You can also, it also carries emitter up from this position, but you can also make it emitter down from this just by flipping the clip like that. It is friction fit. I'm sorry. So you have emitter down, but you do have a little bit more sticking up top, or actually a lot more sticking up top, and you have some of the clip poking out in front of this, although it doesn't really affect your beam. So there is that. I personally don't like the clip just because the clip is kind of hard to get into the pocket because of the weird the weird bump here and that little divot over there. So not really a big fan of this clip, but it is small enough and light enough to be in the pocket without being super noticeable. doesn't have a lot of print on your pocket, so that's very cool. I really love the offset of colors that you get with these blue accents on the trim of the bezel and on the trim of the button. Just looks very nice, and it really offsets this, the usual tactical black look of flashlights these days. The battery it uses is an RCR123A or a CR123 battery. The light also comes with I'll show you that again. It also comes with a magnet in the tail cap that you can use to, of course, stick to metal items that can take magnets, like steel. So you can just post that there, and you can put this on, if you're working on a car, you can put it there or something. I have no clue, honestly. But if you want to clip it to magnetize, or what do you say? You stick it onto something with a magnet that is metal, it will work, and it has worked well. I put it on a garage door one time, and it worked very, very good. But it is also removable, which I did, just because I'm pretty sure that they researched it, that it won't affect your electronics or anything, but I still want to play it safe, and I don't find myself using that. I don't find myself ever needing that option a lot, or ever, so it was fine for me to remove it. I was just really mostly worried that it would mess with my automatic watch, so that's why I removed that, because I know that automatic watches are very sensitive. So yeah, you can easily remove that. Another bonus of this light is the tail stand, so you can just leave it on the floor, and then you can light up a room, so that's very nice. The light has an IPX8 rating, and yeah, that's enough for specs. So the things I love about this light is the small size, the UI, the price that you can get it for, the size to output ratio, and the run times, which are really great. The run times are just, as I said before, it runs for a really long time. The battery is not common, but when you get some rechargeables, it makes the light really worth it, in my opinion. And I don't really see myself primarily switching to any AAAs or AA batteries anymore. I'm fine with CR123s. They're just really good batteries. You get really good size to output ratios. The UI is just particularly great on this light. Just so simple to use and so easy to remember all the functions. So you can easily cycle through the different brightnesses, easily get to high, easily get to moonlight when you're in a dark situation, like you're in a pitch black room and you want to read something or you want to write something down, which I've found myself doing a lot. The clip is really cool for when you want to put it on a cap, but I personally don't like the clip, but you can easily fix that by removing it and keep carrying it loose in the pocket if that's something that you like. But if that's not something that you like, if the clip is super important to you, you might want to test it out to see if it's for you. And that goes to the price. It's not a super expensive flashlight. It's only $50, which is a really good price considering those Meritech AAAs. You can get a copper one for around $50, and it won't have the same outputs that you get from this. What else can I say about this light? Some cons is, as I said, the pocket clip, magnet, but you can remove both of those things, so they're fine with me. The only thing that I can say that could truly improve this light would be to have a high color rendering index emitter, like a Nishia 219, because as you can see here, your lighting ends up turning your subjects kind of greenish on this, since it uses a Cree XML2 cool white beam or emitter. So it would be amazing to see them use a high color rendering index emitter like the Nishia. But other than that, I'd say this is a perfect flashlight. And what's great is that it comes in different finishes and materials. So I also have one here in brass. This is my personal carry one. So this is my raw brass S1. You can see it's got a patina going on there. Hopefully it shows up on camera. But I just love how that aged look just develops on the brass light. It is significantly heavier. It is, I'd say, around 3 times heavier than the aluminum. And the aluminum is, I forgot to mention, it's under 1 ounce without the battery. So this is a very light flashlight. This one, not so much. It's pretty hefty. And honestly, compared to the weight of my Sage 2, it's very comparable or even heavier. So there's that. And I do notice a little bit of a difference in function with both. So with this one, there is a memory function for the modes. So it'll always remember which function you use last, no matter what. Whereas this one, it's kind of, it doesn't remember, it won't use, or it won't memorize the moonlight function or the quick functions, like going to high from double tap or holding low for moonlight. It'll always just, it would always memorize the last mode that you deliberately went to from switching modes like this. So you switch the modes. If you want to make it medium off the get-go just from pressing the button, you'd have to manually do that. Unlike where this one is kind of, I can put that on medium, or I'll put that on high, and then I'll save the high, or I'll put it on moonlight, and it'll save the moonlight. So it's a little bit different, but still a great light, and it honestly doesn't bother me. So I'll try to keep this one short just because I made the last one 20 minutes. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please check out my Instagram, HDT1116. You can find pictures of flashlights, knives, pens, all sorts of stuff like that. So yeah, if you like the video, please leave a like, favorite, subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, please leave it in the comment section below. I might have missed it. Anyways, you have a great day and you stay safe.